cachaça mineira, pouco envelhecida, R$ 40 por litro. Bolinho de bacalhau, molho, pratos natalinos, caseiro, congelado. Endereço: Rua Vereador Clemente Souza e Silva, 284, Zé Garoto. WhatsApp 994849335. Se for aqui perto, no condomínio ou no celular, Cerrado, perto, entregamos. Taxa de entrega, R$ 2. Atenção! Geoforster Produções e Eventos. Cantores, pregadores, palestrantes. Geoforster Produções e Eventos. Informações 021 9760 30044. 021 9760 30044. Instagram g.oforster. YouTube Geoforster Produções. Venha trabalhar conosco. Geoforster Produções e Eventos.
Se liga aí, internautas! Tá procurando um local, um refúgio para descansar com a família? Pousada Portal das Artes. Veja as fotos ilustradas. Local: Condomínio Portal de Arambepe, no lote 18 quadra 9, Arambepe, Camaçari, Bahia. Informações e reservas: mais 5571 986827199. Faça suas reservas. Pousada Portal das Artes. FJ Lanches. Endereço: Rua Aurora Siqueira, número 26, Praça Zé Garoto, São Gonçalo. Direção: Matheus e Gabriel. FJ Lanches. Fashion Biju. Endereço: São Gonçalo Shopping, segundo piso. Direção: Glória e Jaqueline. Apoiam a maquiagem e alguns acessórios Silos. Fashion Biju. Rita Arte Siglan. Temos xerox, gráfica sublimação, faixa, placas, muros. Entrega em até 24 horas. Telefone 3583-8951. WhatsApp 964680588. Aceitamos todos os cartões de crédito e via Pix. Endereço: Avenida Presidente Kennedy, 645, Centro de São Gonçalo. Rita Artes e Sigam.
Comida caseira. Fazemos empadão, doce caseiros, caldo, sobre encomenda 50% do pagamento adiantado. Escondidinho, pratos especiais, sobremesa, etc. Batidas, cachaça mineira, pouco envelhecida, R$ 40 por litro. Bolinho de bacalhau, molho, pratos natalinos, caseiro, congelado. Endereço: Rua Vereador Clemente Souza e Silva, 284, Zé Garoto. WhatsApp 994849335. Se for aqui perto, no condomínio ou no celular, Cerrado, perto, entregamos. Taxa de entrega, R$ 2. Atenção! Geoforster Produções e Eventos. Cantores, pregadores, palestrantes. Geoforster Produções e Eventos. Informações 021 9760 30044. 021 9760 30044. Instagram g.oforster. YouTube Geoforster Produções. Venha trabalhar conosco. Geoforster Produções e Eventos.
Se liga aí, internauta!
over the world. Thank you for being here in this nice program, Sing for Peace. From Apucarana, Paraná, connection with Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and Malawi, Africa, and Kenya. Today we have a very nice program, humanitarian program. We're gonna talk about cholera. You know, the cholera is terrible in Sudan, Africa. And so today we're gonna talk with doctors from different countries of Africa. So we're waiting for Dr. Emmanuel and Dr. Pamela. See, I hope we don't have a problem with the internet. The connection sometimes is terrible. You know, we'll see. We're gonna wait. In the meantime, we're gonna say hello, salam alaikum, al salam to my friend from Emiratos Árabes, Saudi Arabia. Thank you for being here, for all your support to this program, Sing for Peace, Canto por la Paz, from Apucarana, Paraná, to the whole world. Here, La Romántica Susy is here, an ambassador of Sing for Peace. And I send you kisses to all of you. Italia, grazie mille a tutti mis amici della bellissima Italia. Grazie per ascoltare questo programma Canto per la Pace. Io mando un bacio grande a tutti voi della bella Italia. Brasil, obrigada Brasil, Brasil está en meu corazón. Obrigada Brasil per l'apoyo que você dà a questo programma, a este programa lindo, Canto per la Paz. Gratidão a todos vocês. México lindo y querido, México adorado, como México no hay dos. Maravilloso país, México lindo y querido. Gracias a todos por el apoyo, a todos mis mensajeros, a todos, gracias por sus lindos mensajes de apoyo, por mi salud. Gracias a todos, se los agradezco. Colombia, al igual a Colombia, gracias a todos mis hijos por su preocupación, gracias a todos. República Dominicana, Costa Rica, Panamá, Canadá, Ecuador, Estados Unidos, África, Europa y toda América del Sur. Welcome, bienvenido a... Gratidão. Vamos. Bienvenidos a todos. Bueno, estamos esperando que entre mi querido, pero mientras voy a entrar al WhatsApp a ver qué está pasando, si tienen problemas de internet o algo. Mientras tanto nos vamos con una canción, puede ser mi querido Robson. Sí, Luis Carlos dice que ya mandó también el link. Yo también mandé temprano, pero no está pudiendo entrar, por eso digo que tal vez tiene problemas de conexión. Vamos, si no pueden entrar ellos, pues yo voy a conversar, voy a mostrar videos, mandar mensajes, información y todo esto. ¿Sí? Mi querido Robson, nos vamos con Canto por la Paz mientras tanto.
cantaré por todo el infinito, para todos los oídos de todos los seres que viven en la tierra y lejos de la tierra, escuchen mi canto. Yo cantaré, yo cantaré, yo cantaré, más alto que un grito, para todos los oídos de todos los seres que viven en la tierra y lejos de la tierra, que escuchen mi canto, canten conmigo, que sea un mensajero de buenos mensajes, que trae el coraje y aleja el miedo, que mata la mentira en nombre de la verdad, porque nunca es tarde para que cantemos, que no pierda de vista todo lo que ha visto y no muerda su lengua cuando va a cantar, que cante lo más alto que sea posible para que todo oído pueda escuchar. Yo cantaré, yo cantaré, yo cantaré, más alto que un grito, para todos los oídos de todos los seres que viven en la tierra y lejos de la tierra, que escuchen mi canto, canten conmigo, y sean pasajeros de muchos viajes, que traen novedades siempre que regresa, que va despacito por todos esos niños, porque despacito puede ser deprisa, que lleve ese canto a todos los planetas, para que sea oído en cualquier estación, que cruce el universo igual que un cometa y suene más alto que cualquier canción. Yo cantaré, yo cantaré, yo cantaré por todo el infinito, para todos los oídos de todos los seres que viven en la tierra y lejos de la tierra, escuchen mi canto, canten conmigo, que sea un gran guerrero de muchas victorias, que hace su historia llevando la suerte, que deja a su gente feliz y contenta, consciente que la vida es semilla de la muerte, que haga un jardín con la flor de la piel y trae una sonrisa dibujada en su cara, y que no comparta con el hierro que hiere, y cuando el hilo hace de ese canto el remedio que sana. Yo cantaré, yo cantaré, yo cantaré, más alto que un grito, para todos los oídos de todos los seres que viven en la tierra y lejos de la tierra, que escuchen mi canto, canten conmigo, y torne este canto un pedido de socorro por la paz, un pedido de socorro por la paz.
Bueno, ya empezamos hemos empezado con la canción Canto por la Paz, interpretada por Gilda Betanzos de México, gran mezzosoprano, maravillosa nuestra querida mensajera de Canto por la Paz, Hilda Betanzo. Ya tenemos aquí al doctor Emanuel. ¡Bravo! Emanuel, how are you, my dear friend Emanuel? How you been tonight?
I'm so good. I'm so good tonight. The night is just very good. And Malawi is cool this evening. Everything is okay. How are you today?
Well, I will try to hear better here. Let me see. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Better, right?
Yes.
Well, I was waiting. I was worried also about you. I said, oh my God, now I'm going to be the program alone.
No, I had a problem with my network. The network was just very bad. So I was failing to log in. Yes, I had a network problem.
Yes. Do you call Pamela?
Yes, I called her. Let me just share the link with her because she promised to be present today.
She can get in?
Yeah. She promised to get in, yes. So let me just share with her the link.
Yeah. Okay, my dear friends, tonight we're gonna talk about cholera. You know, it's a humanitarian program from Apucarana, Paraná, Brazil, connection with Rio de Janeiro and Malawi, Africa, and Kenya. We'll see if Pamela, I hope she can get in because in Africa, the connection is difficult. You know, it's not like, so they have problems, you know. We'll see. Okay. Do you remember, my dear doctor, we talked about cholera a long time ago, I think few months ago with Dr. From Luanda, Angola, Africa, because
Yes,
in
I
Africa,
remember that.
do you remember?
Yeah, I
And
remember that. We talked about cholera with a doctor from Rwanda, Angola. When Rwanda was affected by cholera, that was a few months ago. And now today we are talking about the same cholera which has just emerged in Sudan. That's South Sudan, where a lot of people, almost 3,000 something people, have lost their lives due to cholera. So today we'll be talking about South Sudan, where cholera has killed a lot of people. And as we are speaking today, many of the people are in the hospital. They are hospitalized. They are still receiving treatment in the hospital. But the situation is just very bad.
yes, the situation is very bad in Sudan, Africa. We have more than 2,000 people in the hospital and 400 people die, you know, and that's, no, it's 400, 200, I think it's 200. Sorry, I made a mistake. But it's still a lot of people, you know, they die. And I would like to know also it's gonna start raining and that thing. The problem in Sudan is the war, right? The civil war they have in that country, right, doctor?
Yeah, yes. Sudan, South Sudan, we are talking about South Sudan. South Sudan has
Yes, estamos teniendo problemas de conexión con el doctor Emanuel from Malawi, África. Estaba yo preguntándole, le estaba diciendo, el problema en sí, que la gente está más preocupada es porque empiezan las épocas de lluvia. Go ahead, doctor.
Okay, thank you. So I was saying that South Sudan was previously part of Sudan, but South Sudan has just received its independence a few years ago, and now it's a sovereign country. So South Sudan is one of the poorest countries in the world. As we are speaking today, it's the first poorest country in the world. So that's South Sudan. So that's why you can see that cholera has hit Sudan, South Sudan, very hard. It's because it's one of the poorest countries in the world. The most poorest country in the world. The first one is South
Ah,
Sudan.
oh, that's too sad. So
Yeah.
beside is a poor country, and now they have this situation is this devastating infrastructure to access to clean water, and sanitation, which has contributed to the rapid spread of the disease. This
Yes.
transmission is not through directly contact, we know, with the sick people. Is the water, a contamination, the food, the water. That's the problem. That's the problem because it's not a contagious from body to body, from people to people. Is from water
Yeah.
and the food because also they don't have sanitation, you know, and that's the
Yes.
problem because the faces of the people sick, they get contagious to other people. So
Yes.
that they have to be very careful. Watch your hand very carefully. Watch your fruit. What is this? With clean water. With clean water. I would like to know if another country is helping with barrel of water, clean water, beside the vaccine.
Yeah, of course, as we are seeing it now, as we are saying that the situation is just very bad in South Sudan, it's because they do not have potable water. It's because of the poverty that is in that particular country. Most of the people who live in the remotest area in the village, they cannot afford potable water. They cannot afford maybe to buy soap. They cannot afford maybe to have the some of the important things that can help them to live in a hygienic way. So that's why you see that maybe they are drinking water from the rivers, water that is not treated, water that is not protected. So that's why you can see that this cholera is spreading among them so fast. It's because they do not have enough potable water. And looking at the situation is that the United Nations through World Health Organization has already intervened in the situation. So World Health Organization has sent some vaccine and also have sent some staff, health personnel, to help in the situation so that they can at least contain the situation so that more people should not die. As we see that almost 12,000 people are admitted in the hospitals in southern Sudan, and almost 3,000 people have already died as we are speaking this night.
No, my God, that's a lot of people. Let me explain the people, our friends, all right, doctor. Mis queridos amigos, estamos aquí conversando con el doctor Emanuel from Malawi, África. Ya tuvimos un programa sobre cólera en Luanda, Angola, África, meses atrás, y que estuvimos en contacto con los doctores allá, todo, y ya habían salido ellos del problema del cólera. Estaba controlado en Luanda, Angola. Mas ahora el problema está en Sudán. Sudán, África, y el doctor nos dice que es el país más pobre y que tiene guerra civil ahí en este. Entonces, aparte de que tiene la guerra civil, no hay sanitación, ¿sí? ¿Cómo se llama? Ay, Dios mío, ya se me... Bueno, donde va el desagüe de los baños a un lugar que no contamine todo la área. Entonces, están con ese problema de sanitación. Y es lo que contamina el agua, porque toda esa agua va a los ríos, toda esa agua de los baños y todo, se va al río, al river. Y del river la gente va y toma agua, agarra agua y lleva a sus casas y toman, y ahí es el problema, se contamina, ¿sí? Entonces, pues ahora sabemos que existe vacuna. Sabemos que existe vacuna oral y vacuna de la otra. La vacuna oral son tres. Could you talk about the vaccine, doctor? I saw they have oral vaccine and they have the other, the injection.
Yes.
They say the oral is more for the people they travel. The oral is 3 drops of vaccine for the people who travel in the dangerous areas like Sudan and so the country, la ONU is helping Sudan, is sending vaccines and water and food or not?
As we have said before, these two countries, Sudan and South Sudan, they have got a background of war. They have been fighting for long years. As we are speaking now, in Sudan itself, as the main country, where this Southern Sudan has come from, there is fighting there. So you can see that even these health personnel from the United Nations, they have got some difficulties to reach the people in the remotest areas because of fighting, and also because of maybe vehicles may not reach the other areas. The people, people live in unreachable areas where maybe vehicles may not reach them. So it is hard, or it will take long time for the vaccine to reach to all the people, more especially the marginalized communities who live in the remotest areas of the country. Mm-hmm. So it will take a long time for them to get the vaccine because of the movement, because of other areas do not have the bridges, other areas live in the higher mountains where the cars or the vehicles may not reach them. So that's why you see that the problem is becoming bigger and bigger every day.
Oh my God, that's terrible. And what they fighting for, what they want.
Yeah, more especially when we are talking about Sudan itself, there people have been fighting for leadership. Sudan is a Muslim country, and sometimes there is also a minority of Christians. So we have seen people fighting from way back. When we look into Sudan itself, people have been fighting for leadership, and as we are speaking today, a group of soldiers who have just rebelled against their government are fighting each other. It's like a civil war. It's like a civil war whereby the people are fighting each other in the same country. So the fighting has been there for a long time. There has been United Nations Security Council has been intervening, trying to bring peace for the ceasefire, for them to sign for the ceasefire, but it hasn't prevailed at all. So they are still fighting. And then the breaking away of this South Sudan, it's after fighting for a long time. So it's just a new country. It is not well stable in terms of economics, in terms of finances. It needs more support. So this time that they are experiencing the outbreak of cholera, it's very hard for them to contain the situation because they do not have enough money to support themselves. So they are looking for support from outside countries, organizations, well-wishers, foundations, and the countries who are willing to support them. They have to support them with food, water. They have to support them with vaccine. They have to support them with some beddings, more especially in the hospitals, as we know that 12,000 people are a lot of people. So in other hospitals, people are sleeping on the floor because the beds in the hospital are not enough for the patients. So they need more support from outside.
Oh, and this war, this civil war is 2 years already. It started in 2023, and
Yes.
2 years, and now they don't stop because they have a terrible, situation with the cholera. They're supposed to think about our children, because that's the one they very fragile. Their body is very fragile and they can die very easy because it's a terrible diarrhea and dehydration. And also, the government is supposed to think and help stop the civil war and help the people, our children, and help. Ask for help to other countries because Sudan is a poor country, like you said, and that's the only help, because right now the situation is terrible for Sudan. No money, civil war, contamination. Water is all contamination, and it's raining, and that's the worst thing because it's the station, the raining. Oh my God, that's terrible, doctor. So what they gonna do?
Yes.
Because if it rains more, the water is gonna spread and contaminate more, and not only Sudan, it's gonna contribute more countries.
Yeah, the situation is really very terrible because it's raining, there is water everywhere, and also as we are saying that South Sudan is one of the poorest countries in the world. That is giving us a picture that they do not have good houses. They do not have good houses. They do not have good facilities to help themselves in terms of protection when we talk about hygiene. So it simply means that the people in South Sudan are facing or experiencing a lot of challenges, and they are going through hard times because they are suffering already from economic crisis. They are suffering from a financial reverse. At the same time, there is this outbreak of cholera, and also we are coming from a background of war. And also at the same time, the country is just a new country. They have just break away from Sudan, making their own country. So the country is just a new country. They have been in war for many years, and then they are also very poor. They do not have economic stamina, and all those challenges. So looking at women and children, they are the most who are suffering from these hardships. So when we look into the children, children cannot support themselves. They cannot run away. They cannot go to other countries. They do not have any means of running away from these problems. And also looking at the women cannot run away from their children. maybe they have got 3 or 4 young kids, so they cannot carry them on their back at once and go to another country, while men can just run away and go to other countries looking for green pasture. But for women and children, it's so terrible because they do not have any means how they can save themselves from this bad situation.
Oh my God. Poor woman, poor children. It's not easy. It's not easy because this civil war is dangerous. If you escape from the country, they can die. On the road because the crazy people. That's crazy people. They killing, their own people from their own cities, and that is terrible. Besides that, the water is contaminated. The water, the food, and the cholera is growing. The cholera is growing, and that's a matter if the people help from Europe, from United States or another country. But if it's still, raining, if it's still the civil war doesn't help a lot, to the country. The cholera, they will continue.
Yes. Yeah, because the other challenge is that since they have been in war for a long time, they do not have a good road network, whereby vehicles carrying some support, some aid can reach all the people, because the roads has been damaged by bombing and a lot has happened. So they do not have a very good road networks in their country. So most of the people do not have access to potable water, and some of the people, they are living in dilapidated houses. Those are damaged houses. So as it is raining now, then the cholera is spreading so rapidly among the people because they do not have hygienic ways of living. So they may not have access to soap. They may not have access to chlorine, which can help to kill the Vibrio cholerae, which is a virus that causes cholera. So it's terrible looking at their situation as we are speaking. So we are calling for supporters. We are calling for sponsors. We are calling for United Nations. We are calling for IMF. We are calling for World Bank. We are calling for European Union. We are calling for UNICEF. We are calling for all those organizations out there to intervene in the situation which our friends are going through in South Sudan, so that we can save lives of people there. More especially, we are looking for the kids, for the children, and women who are suffering the most.
I was reading something very important. The bacteria can be present in a patient feces for up to 2 weeks.
Yes.
That's terrible because after that long the bacteria is still alive, and in those feces, and and that the people spread more those the bacteria, the cholera, and the water goes through into the river, goes through and contains more people. Oh, it's terrible. That's terrible.
Yes, that's very terrible because if you are infected by this bacteria, it may live in your body for up to 2 weeks. Maybe you may not be showing symptoms or signs that you are sick. So it is during this time that you can spread the bacteria to other people because you are not looking sick. You are looking healthy. So people may not be suspicious that maybe you have got a problem or you have got the bacteria. So the bacteria may spread among the people so quickly because some of the people are not showing symptoms. And also, if there is running water if there is running water and the people do not have toilets, do not have the latrines, so people are just spreading their feces everywhere. So when the water is running, that water will affect a lot of people, because at the same time, people do not have potable water. They are just drinking water from the rivers, and the feces which have been washed away by the water, the feces are taken to the rivers. And at the same time, people are drinking the water from the rivers that has washed the feces of the people. So it is through this that this cholera is spreading so quickly in southern Sudan, just because they do not have good ways of hygiene due to poverty, due to the background of war, due to maybe people are living in areas inaccessible, where people cannot be accessed to be given some of the support or some of the aid, some of the vaccine to reach the people who live in the remotest areas. It's very hard. And you know, as we are speaking, it's raining. Some of the roads have been damaged. So vehicles may not move all the way to the people. They have to use maybe the helicopters. They have to use other means to reach them.
I think the best idea is the soldiers stop the civil war and take the people and move the people from there to other countries, you know, and make sure that they are okay. They're not they can contagious to other people, right? But they don't care, you know. The soldiers they receive order only from the top, you know, from the head, and they don't care if they die, if they don't die, because they killing anyway, you know. They killing people anyway, so they don't care. That's terrible. That's terrible. Let me translate to the people. Mis queridos amigos, estamos conversando con el doctor Emanuel from Malawi, África. Estamos en una conversación muy importante sobre el cólera allá en Sudán, África. El doctor estaba comentando que Sudán es un país muy pobre, y la guerra civil que tienen en ese país de Sudán es el que está causando muchos problemas, porque la gente no puede escapar, no puede huir a otros lugares para sobrevivir, ¿no? Porque los pueden matar en el camino. Es decir, los soldados pueden matar a cualquier persona. Y yo le digo al doctor que pare la guerra, que paren esa guerra civil y que ayuden a la gente a salir de Sudán y a otros países vecinos para recibir las vacunas, y poder salvar a nuestros niños, que es lo que más preocupa a todos, porque son el futuro de nuestro planeta, ¿sí? Entonces necesitamos que el gobierno se ponga la mano en el pecho, en el corazón, y diga lo que están haciendo, el daño que están haciendo, aparte del cólera. Ellos están matando gente, matando sus propia gente. Ahí Una de las cosas que yo leí fue sobre que la bacteria que está en las personas enfermas de cólera están en su cuerpo, en sus feces, arriba de 2 semanas vivas. O sea, de ahí, cuando ellos van al baño, cuando ellos todo eso, no hay sanitación. No hay. Entonces, ¿dónde va todo eso? Imagínense, después está con la lluvia, el calor, y todo eso. Las personas lo que hacen pues es agarrar agua donde sea y tomar, y no cuidan que está agua contaminada. Y esto, así como se enferman, y son más de 2,000 personas que están hospitalizadas y muchísima gente que ha muerto del cólera. Entonces, pues pongamos las manos en el pecho al gobierno de Sudán, de ahí, de este país pobre de África, que ayude a su gente, que ayude a sus niños a que no se contaminen y que los saquen de ahí, que los pongan vacunas, que les den vacunas, que hagan algo por Sudán, que hagan algo por ese país tan pobre, que pare la guerra civil, que realmente necesita esa gente ayuda, no solamente de afuera, de las vacunas, sino de ahí mismo, de su gobierno, que el gobierno pare la guerra civil, que son 2 años ya que están, mis queridos amigos, 2 años de guerra civil y ahora que está el cólera esparciéndose en todo, es momento de que realmente el gobierno ayude a su gente, ¿sí? Que ellos están en el gobierno gracias a los votos de su gente. Así que, mis queridos amigos, es porque esto se esparce muy rápido el cólera con la contaminación del agua. Y lo peor es que va a los ríos y la gente va y agarra agua de los ríos para beber y esto está ahí el agua contaminada. Es terrible, es terrible. Doctor, the vaccine is from United States or from Europe?
The vaccine is from World Health Organization, which is part of United Nations. So this is a branch of United Nations which deals with the health issues. So World Health Organization is the organization that deals with health issues, or more especially if there is such outbreaks of such things like cholera and other pandemics that has just emerged in a particular country. So they try to contain such a situation so that more people should not die from it. They promote healthy living, more especially living hygienically by washing hands after visiting the toilet, or also having potable water, or maybe you have to boil the water before you take it. You have to drink water that has been boiled, and also you have to wash your hands after visiting the toilet. So you have to make sure that taking care of the sick people, more especially the patients, you have to be very careful so that you should not get infected by the cholerae vibrio, which is the bacteria that causes cholera. So as you know, that cholera is very dangerous. Sometimes when you are infected with this one, you may die within 24 hours. So other people, once they are infected by this bacteria, they die within 24 hours because they lose water, they vomit, and also they have got a lining stomach, whereby they lose more of the body water. So once you have lost most of the body water, you may not live longer, because our blood to circulate, it needs more water in order for the blood to circulate around our body and also to run at a good speed. So when you do not have enough water, that means most of the systems in our body may be stopped. So due to that, a person may die within a period of 24 hours after getting infected by this bacteria, which is known as cholerae vibrio, which is a bacteria that causes cholera.
That's realmente, mis queridos amigos, lo que está diciendo el doctor es muy cierto. El cólera mata a las personas muy rápido porque se deshidratan así de rápido. Vómitos, diarrea, son las cosas que deshidratan a una persona, pero así de rápido, y se quedan sin líquido, imagínense, y no tienen agua pura, limpia, sin contaminación. Imagínense cómo pueden vivir ellos en Sudán, si el agua está contaminada, si están enfermos y están desesperados la gente de recibir ayuda del exterior con vacunas, con agua, con galones de agua, ¿sí? Con barrel of water, fruit, ¿no? Fruta, alimentos que estén limpios, que no estén contaminados y todo para alimentarse. ¡Ay, Dios mío! Mis queridos amigos, este es el primer programa que estamos haciendo sobre el cólera en Sudán. De aquí a unas semanas vamos a hacer otra para ver cómo está la situación, si mejoró, si está. Vamos a mostrar ahora en el segundo blog videos que yo compartí, videos de Google. Google siempre comparte los mejores videos y ahí van a poder ver ustedes y leer. Uno está en inglés y otro está en español. Van a poder ver y entender la situación que están viviendo nuestros hermanos de Sudán, África. Bueno, estamos a 7 minutos de concluir el primer block. We'll be back very soon, doctor, and we're gonna continue with our videos in the second block. I think I have 3 videos. So it's gonna be very important to show the people, how the people is living, how they're living the situation in the hospital, in the village, in Sudan. And like you said, Sudan is a poor country. Sudán es un país pobre, mis queridos amigos, y más la guerra lo están haciendo más pobres todavía, porque de ahí ya no va a haber gente, la gente va a huir, va a escapar a sus posibilidades y como puedan. De todas maneras, ¿van a morir con cólera o van a morir con la guerra civil? No tienen choice, no hay otra oportunidad que puedan tener. Por eso digo que al gobierno de Sudán pare esa guerra civil y que ayude a su pueblo, que ayude, porque los soldados mismos se pueden contagiar, los mismos soldados que están matando, porque, bueno, pues ellos reciben agua limpia, ellos tienen el gobierno que está arriba, ellos los ayudan. Bueno, pero de corazón, ¿sí? Que se pongan la mano en el pecho, en el corazón y digan y piensen lo que están haciendo. Esa es una matanza que inútil, porque de todas maneras la gente está sufriendo con el cólera, aparte de sufrir con la guerra civil, que ya son 2 años. Empezó en el 2023 y estamos en el 2025 y son 2 años que están en guerra civil ahí en Sudán. How many people lives in Sudan? Doctor, do you know that? Or?
Currently, I do not have the specific number of population in southern Sudan, but I think I will get that and come back in the second block. I will have that one. Okay. But what I know is that southern Sudan, they're experiencing a lot of the challenges because some of the people live far away from town, and when one gets sick out there, for them to take the patient to the hospital, it's very hard because there are no bridges, and also since it's a rainy season, movement is very hard. So that's why you can see that a lot of people are dying. And the 3,000 people that we are talking about here, who we have lost in southern Sudan, maybe it's just a small number. And others we may not know. The government may not count some of the people who have died because they die in the community, in the remotest areas, whereby the government is not aware of that. So the number may be a bigger number, or the number may raise to 5,000 or something, just because some of the deaths are not reported to the government. So that's why we are saying that, looking into the number, most of these who have died, who have lost their lives, are children and also women. So we are very sorry that we have lost our friends in Southern Sudan. We pray for their spirits to rest in peace, but we are also praying for other governments to intervene in the situation to save the people in Southern Sudan from this cholera.
Yes,
it's terrible.
It's terrible because, you know, mothers, they can die with the children.
Yes.
And besides the father, you know, the whole family is in danger. You know, the whole family
Yes.
is in danger.
The whole
That's
family.
the matter.
Yes. The whole family.
And the government is not doing nothing at all to stop the civil war and help the people. They must do something for them. We have 2 minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll be back soon, my dear friend. So stay here. Don't go away. This is a very important humanitarian program from Sudan, from Malawi, in connection with Apucarana, Paraná, Brazil, and Rio de Janeiro, a connection with La Romántica Susy here. I hope you enjoy this program because it's very sad. I know it's very sad to talk about this. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy to talk about this. My heart is like that because I'm suffering for the children. You know, our children, they are suffering a lot. They're watching the mom, they're watching their father dying also. That is terrible. It's terrible situation. We have 1 minute and we'll be back shortly. Don't go away. We'll be back right away. And thank you, doctor, for being here, for all your support. We'll see you shortly. All right? Stay here.
Thank you. We'll be back.
Here.
We'll be back. Yes.
Yes, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Keep us accompanied.
Ya voltamos. All right. See you in a minute.
Yes.
Y va de nuevo, gente preciosa, la bufa norteña. Sa, sa, sa. Ese amor llega así de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Caballo de la sabana, porque es muy despreciado, por eso no te perdono llorar. Ese amor llega así de esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Amor de compra-venta, amor de un pasado. Ven, 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 ven. Bamboleiro, bamboleira, que mi vida la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleiro, bamboleira, que mi vida la prefiero vivir así. Y pura chulada, y así suena de bonito la bufa norteña. Sha, 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 sha. No tienes perdón de Dios, tú eres mi vida, la fortuna del destino. En el destino del desamparado, lo mismo ya que ayer, lo mismo soy yo. No te encuentro el abandono, eres imposible, no te encuentro en la verdad. Por Bamboleiro, bamboleira, que mi vida la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleiro, bamboleira, que mi vida la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleiro, bamboleira, que mi vida la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleiro, bamboleira, que mi vida la prefiero vivir así.
Excelente música, mis queridos amigos. La bufa norteña de Zacatecas, México, alegrando el programa aquí y con un programa muy triste. Pues estamos hablando sobre el cólera, la contaminación que hay en Sudán, sur de Sudán, y más la guerra civil que está pasando este país, ¿sí? Entonces, la contaminación de las aguas, la guerra civil, las lluvias, no están ayudando para nada al pueblo de Sudán, ¿sí? A este país. Porque aparte de ser pobre, como dice el doctor Emanuel, es un país pobre y está siendo atacado por los soldados, por esa guerra civil. Entonces no ayuda para nada a la situación, más bien empeora y pues yo digo que el gobierno pare la guerra civil y se concentre en salvar vidas humanas. Ahí nuestros niños que tanto, que son el futuro del planeta, están sufriendo, viendo a sus padres enfermos, viendo a sus familiares morir. Entonces, mis queridos amigos, ¿qué estamos dejando? ¿Qué le estamos enseñando a nuestros niños? Desde pequeños a sufrir, a ver cosas tan tristes, a ver cosas que realmente les afecta psicológicamente, ¿no? Les afecta todo eso. Entonces, bueno, yo le pregunté al doctor Emanuel cuánta gente vive en Sudán, entonces me dijo que iba a ver, y eso solamente se puede ver en Google. Google es el que está al tanto de los habitantes de cada país. Entonces vamos a ver si él pudo conseguir cuántos habitantes tiene Sudán, ¿sí? Porque está muriendo mucha gente. Pues ahora ya va a cambiar, ¿no? Ya va a cambiar, ya no va a ser ya no vamos a tener ese ¿cómo te puedo decir? De los habitantes, porque están muriendo demasiada gente está muriendo y muchos están hospitalizados que no sabemos si van a vivir o no, porque el cólera les afecta porque se deshidratan así de rápido, porque les dan vómitos, les da diarrea, ¿sí? Y con agua contaminada, por eso que están muriendo. Pues no hay nada bueno, están muriéndose. Y en los hospitales, pues están llenos de enfermos, y esperemos que sigan llegando vacunas para poder erradicar esta enfermedad, ¿okay? Porque solo con vacunas van a poder, y también los sueros orales, que eso es muy bueno porque están deshidratados, entonces rápido son los sueros que los ayudan. Bueno, ya está aquí el doctor Emanuel. Hello, my doctor, my favorite doctor. Mi colega, yuhu, lo más grande que tiene Malawi, África. He works with children, ¿sí? Él trabaja con niños en Malawi y tiene el village, sus aldeas con niños y todo. Y es muy querido, muy respetado el doctor. Y ha recibido muchos reconocimientos por el trabajo que él hace. Así que, mis queridos amigos, es un honor tenerlo al doctor Emanuel aquí en Canto por la Paz. Todos los miércoles y domingos aquí está al pie del cañón, si se puede, porque a veces el internet no nos deja, ¿verdad, doctor? Thank you for come back, and we're gonna continue with this program. And do you find out how many people live in Sudan? Se congeló el doctor. Sí, ese es el problema técnico, pero no técnicos, no, internet. Vamos a esperar a que retorne y ver. Ahí está, ya voltó. He's here. Did you find out how many people lives in Sudan? How many people?
Yes, currently Sudan has a population of 7 to 8 million people. But the unfortunate part is that 6 point something people live in hunger. You know, Southern Sudan is a country that has been hit by drought. They have been living without lands for many years. So they do not have food for themselves. And also South Sudan is where we find the tallest people in the world. The people we find in Southern Sudan, we have the tallest people who are not found in any other country in the world. It's only Southern Sudan where we have the tallest people in the world. So it's an amazing country with a background of war, with the tallest people. It's one of the poorest countries, and you know, today we are talking about cholera that has also hit Southern Sudan very hard. As we are speaking, we are saying that almost over 3,000 people have already lost their lives due to cholera, and also over 12,000 people are still admitted in the hospitals all over Southern Sudan. So it's a terrible situation which needs an urgent intervention from World Health Organizations and other organizations, and also people who are watching out there, who are watching us, those who have got the possibility, who are capable to help. Let us help people in Southern Sudan, because they are in a terrible situation. They need support. They need potable water. They need food. They need shelters. They need tents. They need a lot of things. So let us join hands and support the people in Southern Sudan. They are our brothers and sisters. They need our support. They need our hand. Yes.
Oh my God! So 6,000 people, million. Sorry.
Yes.
6 o 7 millones de personas viven en Sudán, mis queridos amigos. Ahora con la guerra, más el cólera, que están muriendo gente allá. O sea, pues va a bajar mucho los habitantes en este país. I would like to know, Doctor, how the people can live in South Sudan if they don't have food, if they don't have clean water, if they don't have sanitation, how they live, how they can live, you know, how they work, you know.
Yeah.
That's terrible. How they can live there?
It's really terrible because, you know, it's where you were born. They were born there. They grew up in such a situation where there has been a scarcity of food. They have been living in a country where lands has been a problem. So for them to get food, it has been a challenge. So they are used to live without food. Even the little food that they get, it's enough for them. And the other thing is that that's their country. They cannot move to other countries. They do not have the capacity, the possibility to move to other countries because that's their own country where they were born. So they have got land there. If they move to other countries, how are they going to get the land? They do not have money to buy land in other countries. So they have to live there, though they are facing a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, but they have to live there. Living in a country where there is no food, there is no enough water, there is no good load networks, infrastructures are not all that friendly. The government cannot provide all those basic needs of the people. So it's so terrible. Even the schools are not enough for the people. They are far apart. Kids travel long distances to go to school, and women travel long distances to get to the clinics, to the hospitals with their babies on their back. So they travel long distances, 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers, just to get treatment for their kids. So it's something that is breaking our hearts. It's something that is breaking our hearts when we think about their situation, how they live. Of course, they have developed a resilience to survive in such a situation, but it's a bad situation to compare with how other people are living in other countries. In other countries, people are living in luxury, but in Southern Sudan, being the poorest country in the world, it's hard to live there. I assume, had it been that we live there, how would we survive from all these challenges, from hunger, from cholera, and from lack of enough water, lack of infrastructures, lack of good load networks? It's a lot of things coming together as a batch of problems. It's terrible.
Yes, you're right. Vamos a ver videos que yo compartí a Carlitos y a Robson para el público, para tener idea y conocer un poquito más de lo que está pasando en Sudán con el cólera y la guerra civil. Vámonos con Robson.
El desplazamiento masivo de población y el colapso del sistema de salud pública, causados por más de un año y medio de guerra en Sudán, han creado las condiciones ideales para un brote epidémico incontrolable de cólera. Aquí en Tahuila, este puesto de salud improvisado y administrado por la ONU es uno de los únicos lugares con acceso a agua potable, esencial para prevenir esta enfermedad diarreica grave. A causa de la guerra, las plantas de tratamiento de aguas residuales han sido destruidas. Las condiciones precarizadas han hecho que miles de personas como Halima Mohamed contraigan cólera.
No tenemos nada. Llevo 6 meses mendigando en el mercado y ahora no tenemos nada en casa. Pedimos limosna a los vecinos.
El Consejo Noruego para los Refugiados estima que solo el 10% de la población de Tahuila tiene acceso fiable al agua. La mayoría de las familias afirman consumir una comida al día o menos. Un contexto de extrema vulnerabilidad que es cuna de otras enfermedades como la malaria.
El propio entorno es propenso a la propagación de enfermedades. Esperamos que todas las organizaciones hagan todo lo posible para proporcionar medicamentos, suministros necesarios y alimentos a algunas de las personas necesitadas.
Algunos han contraído el cólera tras la huida de los intensos combates en otras zonas de la región de Darfur, entre el ejército sudanés y los paramilitares Fuerzas de Apoyo Rápido. La violencia impide el trabajo de organizaciones como Médicos Sin Fronteras, pero también el clima. Las vacunas necesarias para frenar el brote, si se proporcionan, tardarán en llegar debido a las lluvias.
Tudo agora é autismo está na moda.
¡Ey, terrible! Eso es terrible, que los propios soldados estén destruyendo el agua potable ahí en esas. Oh my God, doctor, eso es terrible. I don't like to know that, the soldiers, they're destroying, the reserve of clean water. Eh, the people that dying and they get sick, running away from the civil war in Sudan, they're getting sick. They don't have choices. They don't have choices. Come on, the government, think about that. Think what, do you see the children was next to her mom, watching, she's dying or she's sick of cholera, and how those kids are suffering watching their love.
Yeah, it's causing a trauma in the kids because it's not good for the kids to see their mother dying, to see their father dying. Witnessing such a situation, it's really very, very hard to bear. So it will cause an emotional trauma, which they will live with it for the rest of their lives. They have been running away from civil war for many years. Now, this time that the civil war in southern Sudan has stopped, now they would have tried to rebuild themselves. But instead of that, now comes cholera. Now, cholera is also killing them. At the same time, they are suffering from hunger. They do not have enough food to eat for the day. They don't even know what will be their next meal. So they are suffering from cholera. They are suffering from hunger. They have been suffering from civil war. They are suffering from having no potable water. And you have seen in the hospital from the video that we have just watched here that most of the patients that are in the hospital are women and children, not men, are women and children. That most of the men have run away from the country to other countries to seek for their safety. So many children and women are the ones who are suffering the most in the southern Sudan. I am the children's rights activist, global children's rights activist. So I feel sorry when I see the children suffering to this extent. That's why we are calling for UNICEF to intervene, to please God. Can you see what is happening there? You can see that people are dying on the beds. And what is happening?
Yeah. Vamos a continuar con más imágenes de Google que presenté a mi querido Robson. Vámonos, Robson. Son solamente imágenes, no es video, no salió el videoclip, mi querido. No es videoclip, mi querido Rob.